Lesson 3.3. Our essential question is, how do you find the slope of a line from the formula? So we have one new vocab word today. It's slope formula. The letter M represents the slope, and the slope formula says M equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, and this formula represents the slope of the line through any two given points. And remember that those points are represented with x and y coordinates. So the first of those points, or the first ordered pair, is x1, y1. And then the second ordered pair also has an x and y coordinate, so those would get labeled with a little 2, so that you can keep them straight. So you're subtracting the y coordinates on the top of the fraction to get the rise, and then the x coordinates on the bottom of the fraction to get the run. Rise over run. It's always good to have more than one method for solving a problem in math. We've already learned how to find the slope of a line when we're looking at a graph. Now we don't have to be looking at a graph. If we know the coordinates, the ordered pairs, we can find the slope with the formula instead. And that can be handy because you might not want to graph everything. Okay, so I'm going to write our slope formula. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label our ordered pairs. I think it's really important to label them with their x and y coordinates. You can choose which one is your first ordered pair and which one is your second ordered pair. It really doesn't matter. So on the top of my fraction, I start with the coordinate y2. That one for me is 8. And then it's very important to recognize that you're subtracting here. I subtract y1, which is 6. Moving to the bottom of the fraction, x2 is 4. And I subtract x1, which is 3. Now I just need to simplify my fraction. 8 minus 6 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2. If your slope divides evenly, divide it. Okay, next one, same thing, formula. Label my ordered pairs, xy, 1, 1, xy, 2, 2, and then plug them in. So this time I will have 4 minus, y1 is negative 2, so 4 minus negative 2. Look at how I wrote that. And then I'll have negative 6 minus negative 4. Be careful so that you're not skipping a lot of steps here. Just take your time. On both of these, I'm subtracting a negative, so that will turn into a chunky plus. Okay, now 4 plus 2 is 6, and negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. It divides evenly to give me a slope of negative 3. Next one. Label my ordered pairs. And then plug it in. y2 is 3 minus y1 is also 3. x2 is 7 minus x1, which is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. 7 minus 1 is 6. 0 divided by 6 is 0. If you're concerned at all on this problem about whether or not the slope is 0 or undefined, please draw the graph. If I graph these 2 points, 1, 3 is here, and then 7, 3 is here. So these points lie on a horizontal line. That means the slope is 0. It is 0. When 0 is on the top of your fraction, it's going to give you a horizontal line. The answer for your slope will be 0. This next one, slope formula again. Label xy, 1, 1, xy, 2, 2. Okay. If I plug these in, 2 minus -1, 7 minus 7. 2 minus -1 is a chunky plus. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 7 minus 7 is 0. This slope is undefined. You cannot divide something by nothing. You can't divide it by nothing. So if you're in doubt again, draw a graph. Because these are the ones that are most often confused. So 7, -1 is here. 7, 2 is here. So this is vertical. That makes your slope undefined. You should be able to write a summary now. And make sure you're using complete sentences and restate the essential question.